And Zero is back. All right, Zero's back. He's ready. We are ready for game number 3. Oh, we were polypoid. All right, you were onto something, Fonger. 2-player map, 3-player map. So why not a 4-player map and get crazy? You were onto it. You knew.
The logic is infallible, man.
It's just, you just knew, man. You're like, well, 2, 3, here we go. Let's go this way. So
It's the
why
way the
not?
Terran mind works.
I know, the logic of Terran. I love it. All right, I believe our players are ready for game number 3. Let's see who's going to be meeting Mihu in that winner's match. Okay, and in the bottom right, we have UltrA. And in the bottom left, it is QiaoGege.
So one thing about these positions is you've got the close positions, but the ramp, the sort of spiky ramp thing that goes into the center of the map, that's closer to QiaoGege's base than it is to UltrA's. How do you reckon that plays into it? Does it make it easier for BSL Joe to defend?
So I think for me, this is always a challenge when you're horizontal on this map, even with that ramp being there, because there's really no great engaging path for Protoss when they come to fight, right? Like, you have to come from the top and from the ramp, and Terran is going to have all of his units really tightly packed in there. It's hard to get Zealots on top. So I don't like these positions for when you're Protoss against a Terran on this map like this. I'm not a big fan.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that as a Terran.
Yeah, I think it definitely makes it harder. I think it definitely can be a little bit too tricky to navigate. I mean, it's doable. You have to, macro play, normal game is totally fine, but late gas here from Joe. I wonder if we're going to see a 19 Nexus with that late gas.
Is that Nexus before Goon?
No, you make 1 Goon, no range, and then you build your Nexus.
Okay, yeah. He's not going to roll the dice on anything, any kind of 12 Nexus 2 games in a row, though.
Yeah, I don't blame him. At this point, I think he needs to be a little bit more careful. But yeah, 2 probes should be a 19 Nexus. Oh, no, never mind. He's going to go with 3. Okay, I thought we were going to say that. It's a very popular build. The only problem with the 19 Nexus, if you get scouted first, which he's not, obviously he doesn't know that, is that there is a timing for Terran to come press you and get you when you have no range with the Marine, Vulture, and SCVs.
With the boys, is it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you could definitely pull a couple boys and break the Nexus and get a bunker down for sure. But it's just standard game here. It looks like UltrA's playing pretty standard as well so far. 1 on gas, so I think we're going to see a normal build out of him here. We may see our first super standard game here in this matchup.
Just to sort of even it out with all the craziness we've had.
Yeah, why not, right? We've had some crazy stuff. Proxy barracks, 2-fac. So let's just get into a standard one. Why not, right?
Yeah, Joe's got a really late scout, hasn't he? He's just got. I think it's a probe that he's got out on the map, but it's been a very. He's not been prioritizing the scouting very much.
Oh, so that's why we're like, oh, standard game, curse of the commentator. Just kidding, Fonger. We're gonna have a DT opening here from Joe.
That's very quick. Does he put down a second gate with this?
I think he'll just go with 1 and look to expand behind it, and it won't look really weird. Like, he's already setting up UltrA for hey, look, I'm gonna expand at a normal timing. But kidding, man. Uh-oh. Can UltrA get to SCV, and is he going to build a block? Oh, second Dragoon.
Nice.
See?
Nice.
See, UltrA's sitting there saying, oh, this isn't weird.
Exactly no alarm bells are ringing for me right now if I see that.
He's like, oh, yeah, everything's normal. He wants to put it down, right? Like, I'm not going to freak out. Well, oh, no, UltrA. Oh, no.
Well, I hope that UltrA goes for mines first and that he gets an eBay soonish, but like I can't see a reason why he would get a fast eBay, to be honest.
Yeah, and this is a really fast DT. I mean, that archives is probably close to done already. I don't know if we'll have it up in time. I don't even know if we'll have even mines in time for this. So I think we're going to see some issues here for Ultra. Probably not the way to go out. But I got to tell you, man, QiaoGege, just no fear. Just putting it all on the line. You're in game 3, right? You need this one to move on. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to go 1 gate DT.
I wonder, yeah. Yeah, I do wonder if it's going to tip Ultra off at all, that he's not getting any pressure on the bunker.
It may definitely, like saying why, but unless sometimes as pros you don't send out all your Dragoons to get there because you're worried about a Vulture being on the map, you know? So you're like, I'm just going to back up, but here comes that first DT, and Ultra is moving out Fonger. Oh no, he's about to get some really bad news.
Mines are done though. Oh, what a block!
Oh,
That's
great block.
Such a great block. He can't really get in now.
The problem though, as Ultra, you're about to lose this tank. You can't stop more DTs from coming. How do you get back down your ramp? This is going to do so much damage at your natural. SCVs are going to fall. They're going to stop mining. You know, the damage from QiaoGege is pretty much done. Already a 6-worker lead here for him. Gonna be even more.
That is so good, and he's only committed 1 gate, and he's got his expansion up and running happily. He's not going to bother trying to go in. He knows there are mines up there, I guess.
There's just no need as Protoss right now, right? Like, why go up there? Why not just block this, get 4 gateways down? You know, if you really want to be a pain, Tekken or Reaver, because they'll never think you're going to do that.
Oh man, yeah, that hurts.
You know,
I wonder if he's
like
going
you
to rush
could do
the
that.
academy.
He may need to. I just don't see how he gets down this. Oh my goodness.
That is
Or how about we
amazing.
just go Arbiter? 2-base Arbiter play here. Really strong as well.
It almost feels like the stove a little bit, just without the scout. So quick.
This is crazy, man. Ultra just committing so many turrets. Going to build one there, try to build one on the low ground so he can get out, but everything is so delayed. I'm hoping he's landing that CC to build more CVs in his base. I think that would be like key.
Yeah, he can't afford to wait, really, can he? Until the DTs are cleared, unless he's got scans on the way now.
Yeah, I don't think he does, so he's just going to do this. And if I'm Joe here, why commit to killing any of these turrets? Just keep backing up, forcing him to make turrets, forcing him to lay mines. Like, there's no... Oh, see, don't lose that DT. Just sit here. If you go over the left, he can't take a second gas. He's got to use a ComSat. You're going 2-base Arbiter, so you know he's going to need the scans. So if you waste them on the DT, you're putting yourself in a better position.
Next time I play Protoss, I'm going to play this build for sure. It looks so strong when it's pulled off like this. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, everything worked out perfectly, right? Last scout. Oh, all right, he is going to get that DT. But a lot of damage done here. Fonger, I mean, we're up 20 workers. What else can you ask for at this part of the game?
And now he can just sort of safely take his third as well, because he's got a solid army out as well. Still on 2 factories for the Terran. We've got the academy out, we've got the scans, but I don't think that he's got the bulk to actually push forward at the moment. And it's going to be on him to take a third now, isn't it? Ultra or do some kind of 2-base all in.
And it's going to be weird for Ultra. Ultra's going to be like, you're not taking a third base? Like, he can't scan his main right now, right? Because he needs the scans for the DTs and stuff. So he doesn't have any of that. He's like, what's going on there? This is weird, right? You don't have a third base. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Now we finally have a first scan going down.
Oh, he does see it. Okay. But that's a healthy gate count. 6 gateways and the arbiters. That's really nice. And he has stasis finished, I think, hasn't he? Or at least researching. So
yeah, he should have it done. So he is definitely not going to be able to get pressured here, right? Like, he should be in pretty good shape of just being able to hold, waiting for his observers to come out. surprised we don't have a ton of gas. We can't get the second Arbiter out yet, but we should have 2 stasis. So I wonder if he'll see if Ultra wants to try to play out of this and go for a timing bust with the stasis, or if he's gonna just sit here, expand, and wait it out.
He's playing it very sort of safely, isn't he, Joe? He's taking the close base a little bit towards the turret, but you know, the closest possible base, and just keeping the high gate count and the tech there. So he's able to, I guess, with his economic advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a problem here. I think he knows, like, hey, my worker count's significant. I think I'm just gonna make sure this is game 3. I don't want to screw this up. I'm just gonna sit here and just make sure I close this game out. I have a huge lead. No big deal. He doesn't even have his 3rd command center up, so we'll see.
So will Ultra now make a CC and float it out to the 3rd, I wonder? He's making him 1 more factory, but I think he's going to have to make a 3rd CC. Because he's not really
eventually going to... I think he's going to have to do something like that. Yeah, I don't think that he can do anything other than that. I think a timing push, seeing the Arbiter, seeing what's going on, would be devastation for him, so...
This terrain is tough to push over as Terran as well. Just so few places for turrets.
Yeah, definitely difficult. So we'll see. I think Joe's just going to look for a bust timing here if Ultra does. I mean, you see the 50 supply lead already here for Joe, so he is feeling very good.
Ultra's done a great job to catch up on the workers, though, hasn't he? That's really impressive, to be fair.
Yeah, Ultra has done well.
Okay, so he's definitely getting well prepared for any kind of recall. Of course, I don't know that Joe even has research recall. He's just on the stasis at the moment, isn't he? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be it's so scary trying to go out for that base as Terran if you don't have the you know, at least an equal army.
Yeah, I mean, this is just tough right here, right? Like, we're just in a tough spot, trying to claw back into it. Got to play it slow. Don't want to get busted, but at the same time, we need to do something, right? We can't allow QiaoGege to take the whole map. If we defend, maybe QiaoGege does a recall in the main on top of the mines. That could be helpful.
And he's getting the up with the upgrades in the science facility, or at least the starport coming out as well. So he's preparing for the long game, isn't he, Ultra? So if he can somehow get this 3rd base up, he can definitely still be in the game. But that's going to be the key thing, like you said, with this bust timing. Once he does try to take that, it's going to be it's going to be an epic battle.
Definitely going to be crazy here when he goes up here. But look at the supply, man. I just don't know if Ultra can ever push out, and I don't think QiaoGege is going to feel the need to go down here. You know, I think he's just going to wait, or maybe I'm wrong,
not waiting,
man.
Is he?
What do I know? Why is he going to wait? He's like, I have 2 or 3 stasis. We're just going for it. Zelt's getting on these tanks, and stasis is going to be above.
Going to be 1 tank stasis. But
oh, we're just recalling instead. We're just recalling. We're going for it, man. We're like, forget it. Oh, wow. My goodness, that's crazy. He's like, you know what, Razz, you're an idiot. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to recall in the main while I'm attacking in the front. Did not expect that. And QiaoGege is going to take that game down, man.
Beautiful. Really nice follow-up just to close the game out there. Amazing opening. Amazing. I'm going to have to watch that back and study it.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy from